And now R.W. Goodwin, the writer-director of the movie.
I'm Goodwin. How's everybody doing?
Is this your first Comic-Con?
It's my first Comic-Con. Let me tell you what I did yesterday. I lined up for 20 minutes. I got the signatures from all of the voices from SpongeBob SquarePants.
So let's talk about the origin of the picture.
The origin of the picture, a friend of mine named Jim Swift had seen a bunch of these movies when he was a small child and loved the classic 50s movies, but he said he thought the only problem was there weren't enough of them. He wanted to make one more of them. And asked me if I'd get involved. So I'd seen him as a kid, and it was kind of a weird thought, you know, to make another one of these. So I rented a bunch of the DVDs of the old classics like War of the Worlds and The Day the Earth Stood Still and It Came from Outer Space, and they still had all the scary stuff I remembered as a kid, albeit a little bit crude and simplistic. But the other thing I liked about them was they were also funny, because when they made those movies in the 50s, they were really serious about doing these great scary movies, but because styles have changed so much, when you look at them 50 years later, they're all sort of inadvertently funny. So we sort of made a movie that we're saying was intentionally, inadvertently funny.
Is obviously a big part of your career. Is it a genre that you love dearly, or is that just something that you really found yourself working in and obviously have a knack for?
It's so funny, you know, because I went even further back in the 70s when I was about 13. Paramount had tried to develop a feature for Star Trek, and they couldn't find a script they liked, so they decided to remake it as new TV series with the original cast, and Gene Roddenberry asked me to produce that, and I came up with a story idea for an opening 2-hour TV movie, and when I pitched it, the studio decided that would become the first movie. You know, I mean, I didn't get any credit or anything for it, so I built the Enterprise.
There you go.
The thing I love about sci-fi, truthfully, and I mean I can say this because I used to go to those X-Files conventions and sit and sign autographs for like 10 years and stuff, but the fans are great.
Yeah,
sci-fi fans are so cool. And the main thing I like about the sci-fi fans is like they're bullshit detectors or red set real low. You know, they can sniff that stuff.